Hello, everyone. It's Dakota's Den. How's everybody doing today? Today, we're going to talk about Chris Brown and, of course, Diddy. Chris Brown is always in trouble, and Diddy is trouble. Basically, that's who he is. It's been a minute. How's everybody doing? I had to travel, and I will not get on an airplane right now, so I had to take the train across country, and it was horrible, but I had to do it. Too many planes are going down, so I'm not getting on a plane. But anyway, Chris Brown. We all know Chris Brown. Rihanna's ex-boyfriend, the young man that can dance like no one I've ever seen dance before. And he is in trouble. And here is the handsome Chris Brown. He is in trouble. What is wrong with you, Chris? Let's see how great Chris used to be. I used to always like watching him dance and here, let's just check this out. I want you guys to see this. For those of you who, okay, what is going on here? Here we go. Here we go. Check this out, y'all. Check it out. Sure didn't fight. See, I told you he was awesomeness. But he has a problem. He's always in trouble, man. So, anyway, Chris Brown had a concert in England. And I think everybody knows by now he was arrested, but I don't think you know why he was arrested. So Chris Brown was he went to England and he went ahead of schedule so he could prepare for his concert. And as soon as he touched down on the ground in London, England, he was arrested. He was arrested. And when he was arrested, his bail was originally denied. It was originally denied, but I guess when you have money, you can make things happen. So you might say, well, what was Chris Brown arrested for? Well, it had to do with a bottle and a head. Somebody's head went up against the bottle, and Chris Brown is allegedly the one who put the bottle in upside the man's head in 2023. So, like I said, he was arrested when he got off the plane, but at first he was denied bail, but then miraculously he got bail. Maybe once they figured out who he was, they said, well, we're going to have to let this man go and perform because he's a rich person. Now, his bail was set for $5 million in security fees. That was the terms of his release. $5 million in security fees. And for those of us that are here in America, that would translate to $6.7 million in American money. 6.7 million. We don't know what the conditions are yet. We don't know, but they did let him go on that 6.7 million, which we all know he's good for. And his tour is set to begin on June 8th. Chris Brown's tour is set to start on June 8th. They love Chris Brown in other countries. Here, we know he might be a little problematic because he always seems to be in some altercations. Remember with Rihanna, remember with Diddy's sons. Now this bottle to the head thing. Chris, how old is Chris Brown? Not sure. 30 something, whatever. But you need to get it together. You're getting a little too old to always be mixed up in all of these shenanigans. All right, Chris? All right. So that is that's all we're gonna talk about with Chris Brown. And the next is Diddy. We all know that Diddy's trial has started. We're into the second week, and I'm sorry, I refuse to go into it with all these dirty little details of Diddy. I just don't want to get all the people who had to go in court, all the witnesses, all the jurors, the testimony. But I'm going to tell you what I did find interesting, and I know some of you might know, but for those of you who don't know, Cassie was on the stand, and her testimony was horrendous. It was horrendous. I've never heard things like this before in my life. So she was under oath. She was very, very pregnant. She was under oath, and she wasn't going to lie after everything she's been through. I'm pretty sure she was telling the truth. I mean, that's just my thoughts. That's what I think. But Cassie was talking about all the SUS that was going around, all the peeing on people, peeing in her mouth, pooping on people, pooping in her mouth, having S with 10, 15, 18 men, sexual workers at one time. Well, not at one time. I think, well, I wasn't there. Like back to back. In the same day, they would let the freak offs would last for days, 4 days on end. And it was said that, you would need time to recover. And sometimes Diddy didn't want her to recover, so he would go grab her for another S off. I refuse to report on all that because there were so many other YouTubers reporting on it that did a good job. But let's go back a little bit to when when we thought Diddy was, how can I say this? He was a good person. Let's check this out. Oh, that's Chris Brown. We already saw him. We don't want to see him anymore. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? Nope. Okay. So at any rate, guys, Diddy was the man. He had a great life. He had he still has beautiful children. He had all the money that you could use to spend. His clothes looked fabulous. Oh, okay. Here, this is what I wanted to show you. No, this is not it. His clothes looked fabulous on him. His music, I used to love that song. Every word we make, dun 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 dun. I mean, him and Mary J. Blige used to dance to that song. Diddy, why did you do this to yourself? I just don't know. Okay, and here again, once we have Chris Brown, I can't get Chris Brown. I can't get Chris Brown off of my brain. Okay, y'all, listen. Let's look at this for when Diddy was just cool. Okay? Check it out.
Knock it out, but it plays again. When it's real, feeling's hard to conceal. Can't imagine all the pain I feel. You need to hear half your breath. I know you're still living your life after death.
Aww, wasn't that sweet? Him and his daughters were dancing on stage. Oh my goodness, Diddy, what have you done? What have you done? What have I done with my camera? Okay, so that was the Diddy that we all knew, the Diddy that we all liked before all of this nonsense went down. Now, truth be told, as far as the hearing goes, I'm still waiting. I know there's a lot more to come, but I'm still waiting to hear what Diddy did that they have proof of that was so bad. I know that what we heard through the grapevine, I know what we heard people tell Tony Busby, and we heard what other YouTubers are saying about Diddy graping and sodomizing and baby oiling and all these other things. We heard about it, but can we see the proof? Can we see the proof? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so as far as Diddy case goes, the feds released Diddy's mansion raid photos. The mansion raid photos are finally out. And Agent Gerard Gannon, he was the one who spearheaded the raid on Diddy's mansion. And he testified that he was the head of the raid team. And what they found were pow pows. They found S tapes. They found bottles of lube and Astroglide. Suppose there have been lots of that. Let me see. I have pictures to show you guys what they found at the raid. Okay, let's see here. What we got? What we have? Okay, listen. We have rope. They found rope. And is that handcuffs up above the rope? I'm not sure, but they found rope. Now, what the hell was that for? But at least it looks like it wasn't used. It looks like it's still tied up. So we found rope. What else we find? Okay, we found rope and we found stilettos. They found boxes and boxes of stilettos. I'm not surprised. So there you go. I think there's handcuffs up there and stilettos and rope. So that wasn't a lie. Ah, and we found the baby oil. They found the baby oil. But one thing, Cassie, when she gave her testimony, she said that the baby oil was not dugged. It didn't have dugs in it. So where did that story come from? That there was dugs in the baby oil? I don't know. I don't know. But that's uh that's what was in the raids, guys. That's what was in the raids. All of this stuff. And there's me. Aren't isn't that beautiful? Okay. So those are the pictures from the raids. I want to know what the rope is for. Okay. But see, now to be honest, all the stuff that they were talking about that was in the raids, all those things that you just saw, they're in everybody's bedroom. I mean, give or take some things, but a lot of people have Astroglide. A lot of people have baby oil. A lot of people have stilettos. Some people are into um, the handcuffs. And show me the money. I'm still waiting. Show me the money. Okay, so the feds released photos, which I just some of them that I just showed you, and the head, Mr. Gannon. Okay, he also said they found. Okay, they found Pow Pows, S tapes, bottles of lube in the mansion. Now the Pow Pows, that is something that could get them in trouble because you won't find Pow Pows in the average person's bedroom. Okay, so and they said that the mansion that they raided was absolutely high end, was absolutely fabulous. Well, Diddy was fabulous. I must say it. He was. Well, they also found platform heels. They found packets of crotchless bottomless stockings. They found a rope and handcuffs. I thought that looked like handcuffs in that picture. So they found that. They also found women. Well, I'm gonna say women. They could be men too. They found dildos. They found Vaseline, Astro Guide, strawberry and grape flavored BJ Beast. Never tried that before. They found oral candy and wireless vibrators. Now, besides the Pow Pows, got it with the Pow Pows. Unless he had a license to conceal them, then it wasn't a crime. Unless the serial numbers were filed off, I don't know. But the rest of the stuff, oral candy, Vaseline, dildo, that's in like every man's bedroom, single or and married. Well, so like I said, show me the money. I'm still waiting. So okay, now Cassie said that there was no dugs in the baby oil. I don't think she was lying because she's on stand and she's pregnant. She wants to get the hell out of there. So I believe Cassie when she says there were no dugs in the baby oil. Or maybe she didn't know the bottles of baby oil that there were dugs in. But she said no. So where'd that story come from? I can't even remember where that story originated from. There was dugs in the baby oil. People be making stuff up. one person tell one news station tells another one, or one content creator says it, another one, people whisper it, and at the beginning and at the end, it's always a different story. So I'm still waiting for the money, y'all. Okay. So Cassie said there were no drugs in the baby oil. Now, Agent Gannon said that the raid was planned, and it was planned to make sure that Diddy wasn't present when 90 agents stormed his home. 90 agents. 90 agents are storming a home for oral candy and flavored BJ Beast and Vaseline and dildos? Okay, I know. I know about the pow pows. I get it. Okay, so it was said that when they raided the home, that 6 people were in the home, cleaning people, a couple of managers or whatever, and they were all handcuffed, and then they were released. Okay, the agents used armored cars to initially go to the raid. Oh, they were driving armored cars. Armored cars. This is so overkill to me. Okay. The front gate to the fabulous mansion was broken down. 90 agents were involved. And it's funny, okay? At the end of the last trial date, at the end, okay, let's turn it off. At the end, the opposing attorney, she asked Diddy's attorney, actually, she asked Diddy's attorney, the agent who went in, Agent Gannon. She said, well, do you have guns in your home? And do you think most Americans have guns in their home? And his answer was, well, yes, I have a gun in my home. Well, he's an agent. Well, of course he has a gun in his home. And that was it. So I don't know if she's going to follow that later with something. I don't know. But we'll see what's going to happen with that. And so you might say, why didn't Diddy get rid, or, right? He knew he was being investigated. He knew. Okay, Diddy knew he was being investigated. So why didn't he get rid of all this stuff? Well, to me, the only thing that he would have needed to get rid of were the pow pows. As far as the baby oil and the Astroglide and the candy, you don't have what? That's not against the law by no way, shape, or form. So, but he knew he was being investigated. Yet he was what, cocky to not get rid of. I mean, he could pay somebody to do every. He paid a woman to get pooped in the mouth. He can surely pay somebody to get rid of things in his house. Okay, so why didn't he get rid of things? Okay, I'm going to tell you why I think he didn't get rid of things. Because Diddy thought that he was untouchable. Diddy thought that he was Donald Trump. He thought that he was above the law, that no matter what he did, right or wrong, there weren't going to be any consequences. That's the way he carried himself. That was his MO. That's the way he was behaving. When he went to New York to get arrested, he didn't wait in his home like most people would be sitting in their home shaking in their boots waiting for that knock on the door. He went there because to me, it seemed like he might believe that he was going to get arrested. But I believe that he thought he'd be out in 24 hours. He'd be out in 24 hours, never to return again. That's what he thought. He thought he was untouchable. But not everybody is untouchable. And I hate to say it, but especially if you are a black man. Okay? You ever heard of a cockroach? Everybody's heard of a cockroach. Cockroaches were here during the dinosaur times. Cockroaches will be here when we're gone. Listen, it's not easy to be a cockroach if you're a human. Cockroaches get away with everything. Cockroaches can even get people to like them. But Diddy, unfortunately, you have to be white to be a cockroach. It's not easy being a cockroach. We all know there's a lot of cockroaches that just seem to get away with everything. No accountability, just blatant in people's faces, not in jail, But no, Diddy, you couldn't do that. So you were too cocky. I don't think Diddy would be in the situation that he's in right now if he would have gotten rid of all the stuff in his house. And it's not like he didn't have the means to do it. All right, let me get off of that. Let me get off of that. That's just too much. So, well, you know what I think, does the Bible say this? Or it's just a saying back in the day. God takes care of babies and fools. Babies and fools. And Diddy, if you had got rid of all the stuff, not the S stuff, I mean, that's no big deal. But you know what? The trial is just beginning, y'all. It's just beginning. It's an 8-week trial, I believe 8 weeks, 8 or 9 week trial. And we're just at the beginning. So there's a lot more to come, okay, because they didn't send 90 agents for nothing. And if you ask me personally, what happened to Diddy? Because I swear I used to like Diddy. You saw the tape. I mean, his music just you just could not dance to his music. But I believe that the money and the Dugs, the Tucci that they said that he was taking, allegedly taking, I think it just fried his brain. And when your brain is fried from drugs, when you're younger, you can kind of sort of come back from it because, your body is stronger and you can take more things. But once you reach like 45, 50 for sure, 55, 100%, it's you think your body can handle it, but it's going to come out in another way. And it seems like for Diddy, it came out in all kinds of S ways. I'll never be able to understand that. I know they had a they had a psychiatrist on the stand talking about like Stockholm syndrome, how people can be abused and then come back for more. Like they said, Cassie, like they said, everybody around him did. But it was money. It was money, period. It's money. And being young and dumb had a lot to do with it too. All right, so listen, and also everybody, please share, like, and subscribe. Please, please, because I'm a new channel and you guys know I am trying to grow. And also at the end of my videos, I always put up a picture and I paint these pictures myself. And if you would like to purchase one of the pictures, then, hit me up in the comments because I will surely let you get one of the pictures. And if you don't have any money, you can still hit me up in the comments and I will send you the picture for free. But you just pay shipping and handling. Okay, everybody, please like, share, and subscribe. And this is one that I painted a couple of months ago. It is so beautiful. I mean, the picture just doesn't do it the computer doesn't do it any justice. It's just a fabulous, beautiful picture. So let me know if you like that. Okay, everybody, this is Dakota Stan. Everybody have a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.